Testing. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, traders. God bless each and every single one of you guys. Hope you're having a stand-up freaking day in the markets, even though they're closed. We're going to be covering stock ticker AMC, GameStop, as well as a secret stock at the end. So make sure to stay the full length of the freaking video. And I just want to start before we get into it. Look at the freaking channel growth over the last year, guys. It would mean a lot to me. My birthday's in 2 days. Freaking get us there, right? Looking at my last birthday on the 20th and AMC earnings, right? This year, I was at 30 freaking subscribers. We're at 2,182. So we are on the path of consistency and dedication. And let's jump into the video, guys. So AMC at 194 at the close. A beautiful freaking day, right? And when looking at the weekly candle close, this is often what we do every single week on Saturday is I want to see what is your weekly outlook, right? So you had 2 weeks in a row of sideways consolidation, aka down, in which you saw the volume go down, right? You saw a break off of that uptrend. You saw a big wick off of that, right? So a bullish hammer candlestick, and then now you're seeing an inverted hammer candlestick. These 3 candles combined make what's called a morning star formation, right? So you want to see this. This is very indicative of a potential bottom here, but Monday is going to mean everything. So let's jump into the technicals. Before we do, guys, I just want to cover, you are literally hanging by a thread, man, hanging by a thread on this weekly RSI band. What happens on Monday is going to really determine whether or not you find this as a bounce and this thing goes straight back to the bull zone and sees crazy price action, or whether this thing takes a more prolonged breather. So let's jump into the shorter time frames. And I had this on the 5-minute because I wanted to outline for you guys. This is going to pretty much matter on how you open up the day, because earnings, in case you guys are not aware, were pushed forward to 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, 7:30, I think. And then 8:30 in the Eastern time as well. So on the 5-minute chart, you have a nice uptrend that you gained towards the end of the day. You can see a nice rally into the close, up 0.5% on the 5-minute. Now you're in this falling broadening wedge, but do not worry, traders, in finding that bounce. It's likely, in my opinion, right? If you can break above this down sloping resistance that you have in the 5-minute off of this big fat, you know what it is, right? That's a throwback to the man himself. Double bottom here off of the 5-minute candle. It's likely you come up here to test 205, guys. 205 to 206 is where you should expect to find some resistance. Now, if earnings is bullish, or if we get some kind of catalyst that would send us outside of this falling broadening wedge, the technical profit target of that is the full length from the breakout, right? Let's say we break out 205, full length of that brings you right around 225, guys. And this is the second time I'm kind of seeing that number thrown around, right? 225, 222. It's going to be absolutely pivotal, guys, that you see volume get past 222 in a very meaningful way, right? This is the highest wick here at 230. Just to be exact, what is that exact wick? Come on. What? That's kind of crazy. Right around 230, 229. Thank goodness I could not get the freaking top of that candle, guys. 229 is your high wick here. And that's what you want to get above, because as soon as you clear 229, guys, it becomes much more self-evident here that you begin to grind into this gap fill. And once you fill the gap fill, guys, a lot of things could happen, right? You could see a rejection. It lines up pretty nicely to fill and then reject off of this trend line. But I think it's very possible, once you fill that gap fill, you make a technical higher high. Now, we're going to be covering it every step of the freaking way once you do so, to see if there's any bearish divergences or if this thing's volume is off the freaking chain and that it's likely to keep going higher. That's kind of the shorter time frame outlook on AMC. Let's take a little peeky weeky at the Webull version, because Webull, I freaking love that freaking brokerage. Let's go to AMC. Webull, if you are seeing this, sponsor me. Let's see. So on the weekly time frame, seeing bullish momentum slow down on the MACD, closing literally right on top of your 9-day weekly EMA, which is bullish, right? If you want to see this thing push through, I'm using the EMAs instead of the moving averages just because that's how I prefer to trade. But you do still technically have your bullish golden cross, right? So that's going to be something we're watching for early next week. It's trading the 50-day EMA at 186, or the 50-day moving average off of the golden cross at 186. On the daily time frame, you made a larger volume node, which is never great compared to the last two green candles, but you did also finish with a bearish spinning top candle, which is literally just a continuation candle in whichever way you're going, right? So the candlestick is saying you're in a consolidative state in which you may continue to chop around. Now the MACD is in a freaking spot right now in which it is this close, just like the weekly RSI band. You're this close to either kissing or rejecting on the freaking MACD. Now, if we get that Picasso, right, it's likely that we swing higher here and we get that outlook of 230 test, right? Depending on what happens during earnings. Overall, you're in a volume downtrend from this rejection. So I'm interested to see on Monday if this can break for the bulls, right? If this breaks for the bears, not good news, right? It's potential that if this downtrend breaks for the bears and you see bearish volume come in, it's likely, in my opinion, that you retest this uptrend that is very, very pivotal for AMC stock right now, right? Looking at the overall waves that have come in off of this uptrend, right? The last one that we called up 11.05%. It's likely you retest that, and in doing so, make a very pitch perfect shoulder, head, right shoulder off of the balance and find a new low, guys. I'll be watching right around that $173 territory for a bounce here on AMC. So that's what we got for the short-term time frame, guys. I should be live streaming coming into AMC on Monday morning. And I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all of the conviction of the community, the subscribing, the likes, the sharing. It's been amazing. So let's jump into GameStop now. You have an inverted bullish hammer candlestick close on the weekly time frame, which is actually pretty bullish, right? If you want to see this thing bottom out. Now, we had covered in our last video that it is likely, in my opinion, that you see from this kind of chop consolidation state after losing the uptrend and retesting it multiple times, that you come down to the lows of this channel, right? That would make the most sense to me. Either come all the way back down to this uptrend right around 2060 or 2070, or you establish a new trend, guys. You establish one in which you have lower lows back to back, right? That's a lower low, lower low, that's a lower high, and lower high. It would make sense for you to come back to a lower low right around 2125, right? So we're kind of calling that, and we'll see how that plays out. But leaving that there, you do have the MACD curling up. So there is the potential, if Monday morning sees a tremendous bid for AMC, that this thing bear fake, or fake out the bears here and absolutely smash to the upside. That is also a potential here, and I'd love to see it. I just don't think it's likely for GameStop right now after the interview on CNBC. I'm never going to remember the name of this news channel, but Ryan Cohen took an interview pretty much just saying, rain or shine, we are taking over eBay. And it is absolutely hilarious for this next portion of the video, right? Shout out to Hero Assange. Go give him a follow. Pretty much posting eBay declined a $56 billion bid, $125 a share offer from GameStop, and said it was neither credible nor attractive. Well, now these silly chickens have accumulated 10% of eBay's float after paying less than $4.4 billion at $101 a share. Stupid, right? It's absolutely stupid on the eBay management here. Just take the half cash, half stock offer, but they are stubborn and they will get swallowed by the whale that is GameStop, right? Even though it's less valuable as a company, I do believe that this will go through. And that was a huge point of debate in our last live stream last night. Most people from the polls do believe that it's going to go through, and I do too. Looking at the last stock of the day, right? BlackBerry, seeing a big rejection on the monthly time frame, almost a bearish engulfing candlestick. And I just wanted to say, I am an absolute paper-handed bitch when it comes to BlackBerry. Excuse my French, but look at this technical setup. We had called it out on Twitter. We had called it out on this freaking YouTube channel. But you had a perfect shoulder, head, right shoulder. And as soon as you broke down from this bullish pennant, I had my freaking stop loss on. You came down to the lows of that left shoulder, and the conviction, I don't know what had happened, guys, but look at the volume that ramped up here. And then just look at the stock, right? It could not get any easier than this, but you take the technical profit target of the inverted head and shoulders, and then you'd put it on top of the breakout. And where did that take you, right? Directly in to where the highest candle topped out at, right about $13. And it was so clear and obvious as you had this downtrend in the freaking stock price right at the monthly 200-day EMA, guys. I absolutely hate myself for this. There is still the opportunity that BlackBerry goes higher. You had a monthly 3 white soldiers print, which is very bullish. But until next time, guys, God bless each and every single one of you. Hope you're enjoying the energy, the passion that I'm bringing you guys. Slap the subscribe button. And as always, the best is yet to come. Let's freaking go. See you Monday, guys. Woo!